expire today at 5 o'clock p.m., and lines for the simulators and VR may start filling up soon.
Christian here. On June 16th, after waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning to leave my place, myself and my grandfather made our way down to the National Museum of the United States of America Air Force. The last time I was here was during the first big adventure myself, Chris, Matt, and Go went on back in August of 2016. The first time I was here prior to that was in 2009, before my senior year of high school, also in August. This is one of my grandfather's favorite museums he's ever been to, with him being an Air Force veteran. When me and the gang went here in 2016, we posted the video, and it was a Chris video. His expertise is planes, and of course, mine always has been trains. But I never did exactly get to tell my story on this place. The highlight for me of visiting the museum this time around, other than a moment later on in this video, was finally seeing the Memphis Belle, a B-17, and if you know anything about World War II history, it was the first aircraft to complete 25 missions. A movie was made about it in the 90s, and I remember watching said movie. I remember reading that the museum had the aircraft, and when I went on my visit in 2009 and 2016, it was not on display, but I later read that it was undergoing a cosmetic restoration. So to finally see this legendary aircraft in person was pretty cool in my opinion. One of my favorite pieces in the museum collection was the B-29, nicknamed Boxscar, that dropped the second nuclear bomb on Nagasaki. Now, as we walk over here, my favorite section of the museum is the World War II section. But going back to my story with the museum, my grandfather discovered this place in the early 90s, and he is an Air Force veteran. And the first time he ever went here, he found one of the planes he flew on during his Air Force service was at the museum. The Lockheed EC-121D Constellation, numbered 555. He flew on this plane back in the day, and I'll let him talk about it in a few moments. This is my grandfather with his one of the planes he flew on when he served in the Air Force. Do you remember what year you would have flown on this?
62.
All right, so you've...
That's an RC-121 Super Constellation. I flew on that airplane between 1960 and 1962 at Otis Air Force Base.
Do you have any stories or anything in particular?
We lost a couple engines, a couple fires, that's all. Nothing really.
Visitors, don't miss the giant screen Airforce.
All right.
We would go in, there's a door right here. See this? See it right here by the front? You go straight in there, there'll be 4 bunks. 1, 2, 3 bunks. So we were on 18-hour flights. And when you walk in, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 radar scopes. I can't think of it. It's been a long time. They changed everything.
Welcome to the National Museum of the United Tour of Building 4, which features a full-size walk-on shuttle exhibit in the Space Gallery, the first airplane into Hanoi to liberate the POWs in our Global Reach Gallery, the fighter version of the SR-71 in our Research and Development Gallery, and the Presidential Gallery's 707 aircraft, Kennedy's body from Dallas. Hello, visitors, and welcome to the National Reach Gallery, the fighter version of the SR-71 in our research.
I've never seen it.
So unlike last time, I didn't really add much commentary to this video. As I've said multiple different times before, I think the channel title kind of explains that I'm more of a train guy than I am a plane guy. That being said, World War II aircraft has always interested me, and I've always said I need to visit more of these museums. I would consider myself a little bit of a plane guy. I like 707s and 747s, thanks to two disaster movies. And this museum is always one I want to visit for years to come. For the National Museum of the United States Air Force is something that even if you are not a plane person, if you enjoy history, if you enjoy reading about World War II, the Cold War, Vietnam, North Korea, and even the space race, this place, hands down, is the ultimate Air Force museum in the country, in my opinion. Anyhow, I'm Christian, and I hope you enjoy my most recent visit to the National Air Force Museum.
I never really realized how big this sucker is.
Sometimes just the presence of a ship overhead is